Yo, peace to the gods, man. We gonna break down this system, this fucked up America system that we living in. Man, do you know what I see? I feel like the truth is out there. Like we learning something here and there. Okay, the black woman, the black man, they're awakening a little bit, remembering who they are. But then I look around and I still see black women with pink hair, green hair, still weaving their heads. And I'm like, I thought this message was getting across. I thought people was actually hearing this. But the thing is, black women and black men, they are hearing the message. They're hearing the message. Oh, we gotta get out the system. We don't have any way to really progress and exceed in this system. So we need to go find a new way out. Okay? So we can build our own. People are hearing it. We're hearing it. But we still continue the same old patterns. Because it's been years and years of conditioning of the mind. So basically, we have to force ourselves. Naturally, if we were in our natural state, we would have no effort. We could effortlessly be in the flow of the universe and live in tune with the earth. Naturally, if we had no programming. But we have been programmed for years, since a baby, and for generations. So we literally have to become so aware to the point where we know what we need to do to get back in tune. And we have to actually force ourselves to get back in tune. We have to force ourselves to literally get back in tune. You can't just lollygag around thinking everything is all good. Hey, what's up, Eternal Iris? Peace, goddess. So we can't just lollygag around thinking, oh, everything is all good. You know, I'm just living in this system and I'm watching TV still, getting programmed by it. Okay? I'm still eating this GMO fucked up junk food. Everything is all good. You know, if we keep this mentality, we're never going to change. We're never going to go back to our original state and get back in tune with the earth and be able to connect back with our family, you know, our true family, our spiritual family, and be able to build again with each other, okay? Because we're not forcing ourselves out of this slavery, this mental slavery. We have to force ourselves out of it. What does that look like? That looks like you taking the time out to stop your life. First of all, stop. Look around, ask yourself, what am I doing right now? Why am I getting up to go to work over and over again for a man that I can't even see? Or somebody that's ruling over me that I don't even know who they are. Okay? Why am I eating these foods? Who told me? Who suggested these foods to me to eat? Why am I doing this? You have to ask yourselves these questions. You have to stop. Stop in your tracks. Because right now, everyone in this world, what are they doing? They're robots. They're like on a hamster wheel. Just going. Doing the same old shit. Oh, hey, Bob. See you in the morning. And go to work every single day. Doing the same thing. Drinking coffee in the morning. Okay? Think they're going to work until they die. Boom. This is a trap. Okay? You need to stop and literally check yourself. And be like, okay, what am I actually watching? See, me, I don't even watch TV. I don't watch TV at all. Because I have selective hearing. We'll call it that. Because I select what I'm going to hear. Okay? I choose what I'm going to allow into my reality, into my environment. Because we're having sex with our environment. Everything around us is merging with us and becoming us and is us. Okay? So we have to know, what am I watching on TV? What am I paying attention to on the internet? Okay? The internet is a whole portal. Same with the TV, it's a portal. Okay? Everything that we connect with is a portal. So we have to have a good mental diet. Okay? We have to diet and know exactly what we want to put inside of our body. So our body can look right. So our mind can look right and think right. If you don't diet your mind can't think right. Just like if you don't diet your body can't function properly. It can't function right. You see? But in this society, we're being suggested everything in our minds. Some people want to say, oh, racism doesn't exist. Some people thinking racism doesn't exist. Racism clearly exists in the system, okay? When you see these cell phones being made, these emojis you see. And you're on this phone right now, if you go look at the family emoji, there's no black family. You can't switch the color to black. when you see the family emojis with the mother, father, and the child. You can't see it because they don't put it there purposely. They want to break up the black family, okay? Because they know that we're the original beings. White people, they study us, okay? They study us. They take our organs. They eat us. They drink our blood because our body is so valuable. Melanin is the most powerful and most valuable thing in the universe because it's connected and exists within all things, okay? Another word for it is carbon, right? So what we have to realize is we need to reverse this mental programming. Reverse it. How are we going to reverse it? Okay, if I'm a black man, let's say black men. Talk about black men first. In this system, what would be the ideal way to make a black man be submissive and bow down to the law and make him be out of tune with his own nature? It would be to program his mind, okay? It would be to emasculate him. Make him not feel like a man. What makes a man a man? What makes a man feel like a man and be a man, okay? If he's able to protect and provide for his family, okay? And to protect and provide, you have to have something in order to provide, something to work for, okay? You have to have a system created for you to actually get resources from so you can provide, okay? Originally, we got our resources straight from nature. This is how it's supposed to be, okay? We're not supposed to get it from a whole other man and work for another man and work for his agenda, okay? Especially the white man, we don't know what his agenda is, but we do know his agenda: to kill, steal, and destroy. To destroy this planet, destroy this earth, because they lack connection. So that's why they cut down all the trees, they cut down everything, they kill animals for fun, okay? They're very destructive. And this mentality trickles down into black people, into other races, Mexicans, Indians. It trickles down because they became so savage that they killed and violently took control of the planet, right? This causes them to now be on top and be able to impose their will upon us, impose their mentality upon us, okay? When they have the most mutated viewpoint and perspective of life. So if you live from this perspective of life, you're going to be working against yourself. You're going to be a part of the evil. You're going to be living backwards. Live spelled backwards is evil, because when you live backwards, you're living evil. So the people that run this planet are living in a very evil state. But who does that affect? Truly, it affects themselves on the highest level. All right? So when it comes to the black woman, right? The black woman, you're being forced to look up to these people on Instagram. Nicki Minaj, okay? What's her name? Ice Spice. Who else we got? Beyonce. Beyonce be like singing, "Oh, my single ladies, oh, my single ladies." Singing a song for the single ladies, supporting you to be single. Do y'all understand? But y'all be like, "Oh, I love Beyonce. I love Beyonce." No, Beyonce is the cause is one of the pieces of the cause of your destruction. Okay? They just make it look good. They package it, make it look good, make Beyonce look very beautiful, you know, and that make you want to listen to her. And she's leading you down a dark path. You see? Just like the military, they make it painted look real beautiful, real nice. I was in the military for 2 years. They paint it, make it look real nice. They offer you a lot of money, okay? And when you see that money, like, oh, it looks pretty, it looks beautiful. But they're trying to bait you in so that you get inside that system. And now you're going to be very unhappy. And they got you doing all kinds of weird things that you wouldn't normally not want to do. Okay? Got you supporting a system that's not living in a righteous way. You see? But they reel you in. They reel you in by painting everything pretty and making it look nice, because the devil is a great deceiver. And to deceive people, you have to give them some kind of bait. You have to make things look good. You have to package it good, make it look beautiful. That's why they in the store they have GMO foods. They say non-GMO food. Oh, very healthy for you. 100% juice on the package. Because they know we're visual creatures. When we see it, our mind registers it. And even if it's a lie, our brain is going to believe it, because our brain believes anything. Our subconscious mind does not know the difference between real and fake. And they understand how the mind works. So when you go to the store and you're buying these things, okay, you're thinking in your mind, oh, this is really 100% juice. Nigga, no, it's not. They have artificial flavors in it, all types of shit inside of it. too much extra artificial sugar and all kinds of stuff in it, right? This is what we're not realizing, but we're slowly realizing it. And then another point I made is we are realizing these things, but still doing them. Why? Because we have cognitive dissonance. So many years of conditioning and programming, it makes it hard for us to go back to what is really real because we got so used to the fake. We got so damn used to the fake. So now it's very difficult for us to actually go back to what is real. Because now when you're eating all candy and everything, from, like when we were kids, we had a whole bunch of candy, right? For Halloween, and zebra cakes and nutty bars and all these things and cosmic brownies. Now, when we get presented with good food, vegetables, fruits, and things that are going to actually nourish our body, what happens? Our senses have been desensitized. Our taste buds have been desensitized, right? They've been damaged. So now we try to go get the good food, the vegetables, the nice greens, and the kids, they spit it out. Or we spit it out, we like, ugh, there's no flavor to it or some shit, you know? But that's because our taste buds have been programmed now. So we have to, that's why I say we have to force ourselves back into a natural state. This is not going to be an easy task. You can't go around living life right now. If you're awoken right now, you cannot be like, oh, all lollygagging and feeling like everything is all good. And I'm just living my life. Yeah, everything is all good. No one's trying to hurt me. I'm going to live a healthy life just by being myself. No, man. We have to literally force ourselves back into a natural state. We have to actually be like, okay, because our brain is already on autopilot. Our subconscious mind rules 80% of our reality, right? So our brain is already on autopilot. It's telling us, oh, you used to eat these when you're younger. Go grab the zebra cakes when you go to the store. Go grab this, go grab that, right? It's already suggested to your mind. When you watch TV, they put McDonald's on the advertisement, they put Wendy's on the advertisement. This is suggesting your mind to do things without you even realizing it, because it gets put as a mental picture inside the back of your subconscious mind. Because like I said, your subconscious mind does not have a filter. It takes everything in. Good or bad, doesn't matter. It takes everything in. So this is why you have to be very careful of what is around you, what you're listening to, what you're watching. I only watch certain things. On YouTube, if I watch a video, I'm watching that video and I'm very focused on it. And I have no distractions and I'm focused on that and I'm learning from it. So in our generation nowadays, we don't have no fucking focus. People can't focus on shit. If I send somebody that some knowledge that they need to learn, that's maybe a video that's 2 hours long or 3 hours long about essential things like what I'm speaking about right now, the programming that we need to reverse in our mind. They're like, oh, I don't want to watch that. It's too long, you know. I gotta go do this. I gotta go work for this job. You see, and the job has them distracted. This job, we're batteries. We're electrical beings. We are batteries. So when we go work in the system, we are using our battery. Imagine us being an iPhone. We're using our iPhone battery to work for another system, right? And now we're draining our energy. 8 hours a day of work, right? Then we come back home. You barely have any time to focus on yourself and do anything. So by the time you get home, you just want to sleep, or you want to just fuck, have sex or something like that, right? Have some time to yourself, eat some food, and then go to sleep, right? So you don't even have any time to go listen to some knowledge and watch anything. This is the trap they have you in. You have to literally sacrifice. Maybe take some time off work, you know? Or maybe if you have enough money saved up, stop working. You don't have to keep working for the system. I showed y'all that. You know? I went to Costa Rica. I went to Hawaii. I went to Puerto Rico. I went to Africa. I went to all these places with damn near no money. Do y'all realize that? I don't think everybody knows that. I went to these places with no money. Okay? Because your mind is the greatest money. It's the most valuable thing on the planet. Your mind can manifest anything in this world, but it just has to be set up properly. You see? So, if you have a few $1,000s, even if you have a few $1,000s, if you knew knowledge, if you had knowledge is more important than money. If you had some knowledge, you would know, oh, in Africa, if I have $20, this is actually worth like $30, $40 there in their money, right? So, if you save up a few $1,000s and you set it up where you're working with somebody, you have a network of people that you're working with, you can literally free yourself right now. Right now, you can free yourself if you're connected to the right people, because your network is your net worth. The people that you're connected to, that you hang around, okay? This makes you valuable. This makes you more powerful, okay? Having the more connections makes you more powerful. This is the same reason why polygamy is so amazing. Because when you have polygamy, you're connected to more women, more wives, okay? And it creates a bigger community, okay? This is more power. It generates more power, more connection, more love, higher sensitivity, okay? More connection, more bonding, okay? Because as human beings, we are humans of comfort, and we are creatures that need to bond. We have to connect to each other. This is what keeps us alive, okay? Because even just touching each other, just rubbing each other's arms, this is very soothing. This can actually make you feel way better in the day. They say some people wanted to commit suicide, right? Somebody's gonna jump off a bridge, but when they get a hug from somebody, all of a sudden, it makes them calm down. They're like, wow, they feel that love instantly. Like, oh, somebody loves me. It makes them want to live again. So we're motivated to live because we feel that love, okay? So what I'm saying is, humans, we need to connect. We have to bond with each other. They make us in the system not want to bond with each other, tell you trust nobody, because they don't want us to become stronger. We become stronger when we become closer together, when we become one, okay? So even in the zoos, okay? In the zoo, if you have a whale, right, and they put it inside of an aquarium or some kind of animals, right? A whale, if it doesn't have any contact with its family and it's in there by itself, it will literally reject the food that you feed it, and it will literally kill itself. It will literally be so depressed that it will literally commit suicide because it needs its family. Animals have connection as well. They need to connect. They need to bond. You see gorillas, apes, they're always picking stuff out of each other's hair. They're grooming each other, connecting with each other. The bonobo ape, they have a lot of sex daily. They're always connecting, always bonding. This is how we're supposed to be living, okay? But we can't do that when we're inside of this system. So the solution must be, and the system right now is a burning building, right? What do I mean by that? The system's falling. We see it falling before our eyes. If you're awoken, you know what I'm talking about, okay? We see people burning buildings. Here in Minnesota, we had the George Floyd thing that happened, right? They burned half the damn city, right? Because we're done. We're not having it no more, okay? Black people, we have been under this oppression for very, very long. Hundreds of years. So now we're waking up into our God minds. We're waking up into our God minds, the deity mind of God. And we are realizing who we are. Oh, I am one with nature. Oh, I am God. Oh, I do have dominion over this planet. I am divinely guided and protected. Okay? I can do what I put my mind to. Right? This is what we're realizing now. So as we wake up, we have to reverse our mentality, reverse the programming, okay? This system has now made black men who are naturally warriors, supposed to be strong like this, have muscle, be strong, be warriors, right? Now they have turned us into what? Oh, you see black men with their shaved heads and bald heads. Oh, hey Bob, how you doing, man? Da-da-da-da-da. Even the way they talk from their throat right here, like a soft voice. Men are not supposed to have soft voices like that. Your voice is supposed to be deep. It's supposed to be heavy, okay? It's supposed to have a lot of testosterone in your body. You see, in our natural state, when we're in our more primal state, like I made videos about this, talking about how we used to do things physically, like eating sugar cane, climbing trees, right? Fetching water, whatever we have to do. But it's a lot of physical work. That's why people in Africa, they do this still to today. They fetch water, they do things like this, natural things. So this keeps their body nice and healthy and strong, okay? This makes them still have that warrior spirit. But now, in America, what do? They condition you to be weak. They want you, they say, oh, we're creating all this technology to make life easier for you. We want to make life easier for you. You don't have to go walk all the way to the store to go get food. You can just call Uber, right? Fuck your exercise, man. Just sit on the couch all day. Go play video games and eat hot Cheetos. This is what they want you to do. Okay? So if you peep the game that they're playing, they're trying to condition you to be weaker. Okay? We don't want to be weak. And to not be weak, what do you have to do? Your life has to be a little bit kind of hard. Your life has to be hard, my nigga. The people that become the hardest, strongest people on this planet go through the hardest shit. It's just simple. Pressure makes diamonds. Simple. It's why you see people like David Goggins, right? They call him the world's hardest man. Why? He went through some hard shit to become that hard, right? It's when you go through hardship, and then you alchemize it into greatness. Okay? This is what black people have been doing when they were in the hood and they didn't have anything and they're trying to survive and not get shot on the block, right? What do? They had to fight through that shit, okay? And they alchemized into something great. They used that energy, that pain that they got from their homies dying, you know, and their mom or dad being on crack and on drugs to turn that into music. So they make something out of nothing. Yes, the struggle either makes you or break you. That's facts, right? So if you're strong, you get through it. That's what they say. What's it called? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? Because the harder shit you go through, the more you can prove yourself to the universe and to yourself that you can overcome many obstacles and become powerful, right? This is what it is. And it's the very truth. So you shouldn't be feeling down or feeling bad if you're going through a struggle. That's just part of life. And plus, you're going to come out great because of it. Point blank, period. If you stay consistent and go through it, you know? You got to go through it. But you know what's crazy about black people? Like, black people, we don't like to commit suicide. We don't like to give up. And it's something inside of us, the melanin inside of us. We able to feel things on a very deep level, okay? Feel pain and pleasure on a very high level, okay? Because of melanin, it amplifies our system. It amplifies the amount of electricity that we can put inside of our body, that we can harness, okay? So, us being so sensitive to pain and pleasure, what does that do? That makes it so hard for us to just be like, oh, I'm going to kill myself, I'm going to slit my wrist, okay? You don't see black people doing this. Very, very, very small amount, right? Compared to like the other light-skinned versions of ourselves, the Mexicans, the white people, because they lack connection. Because the lack of melanin inside their body allows them to feel less of life, less connection to nature, which is God. God is what is. God is nature. God is what is. Okay? So this lacking of connection makes them want to kill themselves. Okay? Because they don't feel alive. They don't feel all the way alive. They lack the connection. The connection makes you feel more alive. This is why you see poor kids in Africa that don't have a lot of money, but you see them so alive, jumping around, dancing around, because the sun is everything. The sun is all you need. The sun is your soul. That's why in Spanish the word soul is it means sun. Your soul is the sun. So your soul capacity is based on how much sunlight you can absorb. Simple. So if white people can absorb way less sunlight, what does this mean? This is what I would go back to what I was saying. Their sensitivity to pain and pleasure is much lower than ours. So they can't feel as much pleasure as we can feel, because the melanin is what allows us to feel more pleasure. Okay, so we have bigger dicks, we have bigger muscles, you know. We have more taste buds in our mouth, okay? Higher quality organs. This is like a high quality lifestyle, okay? So they feel less pleasure and they feel less pain. They also feel less pain. So this is what allows them to be super devils. Them not feeling that much pain. This is why they jump out of planes. They do crazy shit. Cut themselves. Like, oh, I don't want to live anymore. Cut themselves. Play that knife game and shit. You do not see black people doing this, because we know this is innately retarded. We wouldn't even think about doing it because it doesn't make sense. But white people, okay, not all of y'all, obviously, right? Some of y'all have awoken and slowly, but you still have those little habits that you don't even realize because it's a subconscious thing. It's on a DNA level, right? That are out of tune. But white people, they want to cut themselves when they feel sad and jump out of planes, do parkour, jump from building to building when one little slip can literally break their bones or they can fall and die. This is suicidal behavior. This is what cancer is like. Cancer in the body, if we talk about cancer in the actual body of God and how it behaves, cancer behaves this way. It's part of the host and it just does whatever it wants. It runs rampant, okay? When it runs rampant, it does whatever it wants. Then it kills itself, okay? it literally, cancer kills itself, and when the host dies, it dies with it, right? So this is why I speak about cancer so much, because this is what's actually going on in this reality. In this reality, we're dealing with cancerous people on this planet, and we have cancers ruling the planet and influencing the whole planet. Okay? Exactly, bro. I'm just giving y'all the truth, man. You see? So this is why you see a lot of people, what do? Hey, what's up? All the gods and goddesses joining. How y'all feeling? Source, Empress, Armani, how you feeling? But I'm just talking about breaking down the system and how we need to force ourselves out of this system. We have to force our minds, force ourselves out of the mental programming that we're in. Okay? And this takes consistency. We must constantly be, scanning our environment. Constantly knowing where we're going, knowing what we're putting inside of our five senses. Okay? Because anything that goes into our five senses goes directly into our mind. Goes directly into our mind, directly into our brain, and it programs us. Okay? So we have to diligently know what's around us, know who we're dealing with at all times. You must become the government of your mind. You must govern your mental. And that's why they call it the government. Because the government the government is governing your mentality. Okay? They're literally governing your mind by suggesting things to you, putting it on TV, loving hip hop, so you can always see black people fighting, throwing drinks at each other. You know, World Star, you see black people fighting all the time, physically, right? They're putting this in your mind so that you copy it, okay? So you have to literally stop listening to certain music, okay? Like I was saying, what black women look up to Beyonce, right? Oh, I love Beyonce. Beyonce saying, "Who run the world, girls? Girls who run the world, girls." No, the fuck y'all don't. Y'all do not run the world. You see, she's part of the European mindset. She's trying to reverse your minds to think you're supposed to run the world and run everything. This is not true. This is the complete opposite. So everything that this system is doing is opposite. That's why I said libs spelled backwards is evil. So everything they do is backwards. They just flipped everything. They made men that's supposed to be masculine and tough emasculated and soft and weak and talk softly, when they're supposed to talk with their diaphragm, talk with a deep voice, okay? And be manly, be tough, be rough. This is how men are supposed to be. This is what men are supposed to be like. All of us, okay? But the white man has a mutation, and they have a lack of testosterone. They have a lower libido, okay? This makes them less rough and tough. It makes them more masculine, more emasculated, more feminine, okay? White men are naturally more feminine than black men. Black men are naturally dominant. But since we've been subjected to the system, okay, it is slightly, and actually some of us greatly emasculated us, okay? So if you're a black man and you feel weak, man, you feel like you're scared to talk to women, you're scared to go out into the world and be dominant, it's mostly because you're probably wasting your seed. You're probably watching too much porn. That's another trap that they have. They make you watch a whole lot of porn and get you stuck in that trap, okay? Because when we were kids, almost all black men, since we were kids, we were figuring out our sexuality. We all jacked off and watched porn all the time. This was a normal thing, especially when we found out, oh my God, semen comes out and it feels good when I rub my dick. Oh my God, it was amazing to us. So we obviously got deeply into that trap, right? This caused men to, while they're growing up, release so much semen, release so much of their power, because semen is power, and it's the essence of your power, actually. And releasing so much of that power, it literally weakened us as we're growing up. Weakened us a lot. Emasculated us. Okay? So we have to go back to semen retention, retaining our seed, and releasing it with the purpose. Okay? Releasing it with the purpose and a target. What is a target? A target is supposed to be a nice, beautiful woman. You see, for black men, preferably a black woman, right? Because we want to get back to making this planet black again. Because at one point, the whole planet was black. Dark skin, melanated, whatever word you want to use with it, right? So we have to get back to finding a woman that is submissive to us, that wants to listen, that wants to connect with us, that wants to give her mind, body, and soul to us. Because a man has a mission. We have to go on our mission and we make a decision. And we know what we want to do. We plan it out. You know, not everything is going to go as planned, but we plan it out. But a man has to think like a chess game. Your life is a chessboard, okay? If you're a man, nigga, your life is a chessboard. Think of this. You have to always think 10 steps ahead. Okay? Because you want to know, what should I do next? What maybe can I do next? What will happen if I do this? You know, if I get this kind of job, how is this going to affect my family? How is this going to da-da-da-da? You know, you have to think ahead, right? So this is how we have to be again. Now, what do they make us do? They program us to just be like, oh, you get a good job, you go to school for 12 years, you go to college. They plan our lives out for us. You see what I'm saying? Go to school, get an education, then go get a job being a construction man for the white man. Be, you know, a basketball player. Go be a rapper, you know, and be under somebody and not work for yourself. You see? This is a big trap. It's a big trap. Because then you're not really working for yourself. You're not working for yourself and for your family. A man is not going to feel like a man if he's working under another man all the time and he's getting told what to do. So, you see what I'm saying? But there's certain men, of course, because there is leaders. All men are leaders within their own family, within themselves. But there is special kind of men that are like alpha males that can teach and guide other men, you know? That happens. I'm one of those men. I can guide other men to become their greatest version of themselves, you know, because I've gone through a lot of shit. I've gone through a lot of pain, okay, a lot of struggling. I've been to a lot of places. I've traveled the world. So I've seen a lot of things, okay, and with experience comes wisdom. So what I'm saying is we just have to connect back to our warrior selves as men and leader selves. We're not supposed to be fearful of a lot of things, okay? Some niggas on here, some niggas on here be like, oh, I don't want to show my face on social media. I'm scared. You know, there's agents out there. My nigga, you're God. You are God. You should not be scared of no agent. There's nobody coming for you, okay? If you are on this journey and you're picking up your unk and you know who you are, you know you're God, nothing can touch you. You're untouchable, okay? You're only touchable by your own self. If you put karma on yourself, that will get you hurt. That's the only way you can get touched, is if you do it to yourself. Okay? Only I can hurt me. Right? So, you have to remember who you are, man. Remember who you are. You're not a pussy, man. The system wants you to be a pussy. It wants you to let your woman disrespect you. When your woman talks shit to you, okay? They want you to be like, oh, okay, your woman talks shit to you, be like, hey, you're a bitch, you ain't shit, da-da-da-da-da. What do they want you to do? They want you to be like, oh, okay, wife, it's okay. I love you. Please stop yelling at me. Okay, please stop yelling at me. Oh, you ain't shit, da-da-da-da. Please stop yelling at me. This is what they want you to be like, a pussy. Okay? This is not how the black man is. The black man is a warrior. He's supposed to be feared, okay? Just like a lion in a jungle and a gorilla. He's supposed to be feared. Niggas is scared of tigers and gorillas and lions. You go walk up to them, you're going to be scared, you know? Unless you're like these dumbass Europeans, man. Some of them. Not all of y'all, obviously. I love myself. But some of y'all dumbass Europeans go up to bears and shit and they hug them and play with them. And what happens when they do that? Niggas get their face scratched off. Okay? Because they're playing with something they're not supposed to be playing with. What the fuck is wrong with y'all, man? But why do they do this? The same reason why they kill animals for no fucking reason. Because they're disconnected from the earth. Why? Because they lack melanin. Okay? They lack melanin. Melanin is the key to the universe. Melanin is everything. The reason why I can explain what I'm explaining right now is because I have a heavy dose of melanin. Because I am very close to the original form of the original people on the planet. Okay? Because I know the most original versions of us were very, very dark skinned, like people in Sudan and Kenya. Okay? These very dark beings and tall beings. They're tall as fuck, man. I seen it in Africa myself. These niggas are huge, bro. Those are closer to the most original man. I am the original man too, but I'm not as close as they are. in that sense, okay? But since it's in my DNA, I have brown eyes, I have brown everything. Everything is dark. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, okay? The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. You understand? There's a reason why black women are so much more curvy than white women, okay? Big, voluptuous titties, big ass, slim waist, you know, very curvy waist. Why? Because God knows, and that's the original form of human that he created to be able to birth many children, be very fertile and birth many children. You see? The white woman is made very skinny. Okay? They just now started getting kind of thick, you know? Made very skinny. Small hips, small waist. So it makes it even harder for them. They have more complications when having a child because they have small hips, okay? When black women's hips are very wide, so it makes them easy to pop children out. And their vagina is very juicy, okay? So it makes them very easy to pop children out. You see? The white woman is literally a deformed, inferior, recessive gened version of the black woman. That's what she is. And then all the other races, the darker they get, the closer they are to the black man. The Brazilian is very dark, so they're closer to the original version. The Mexican, the Spanish people, they're farther away from the original, so they're going to be more mutated mentally. This is simple, okay? I'm trying to make it very simple for y'all so y'all can understand what is really going on. This is what's really going on. This is what life really is, okay? Thanks, bro. You said no disrespect. I just fuck with how you explain shit. Thank you, bro. You know, it's very clear in my mind. That's why I can explain it this way, because I really understand how life works. I've seen it from many different angles. I'm definitely going to save it, bro. I'm going to post it. You share it too. But yeah, where was I? Talking about how Brazilians, things like that, and some Puerto Ricans. When I went to Puerto Rico, there's some dark-ass Puerto Ricans too. They look like actual black people. So some of these people are literally black people, but their DNA has been morphed a little bit and changed, and, you know? That's why they look a little bit different. Some of them have stringy hair, right? But they're dark skinned like me, literally. That's why when I went there in Puerto Rico, they love us. They're like, oh my God, these black people, they're so beautiful. They would drive me around places. I literally just be walking with my girl or something, and they'll just be like, hey, come in. They literally just give me a ride to go wherever I'm going, you know? Because they respect us, because they are a part of us. They're more connected to us soul-wise, okay? It's harder for the white man to connect to us and understand us because they're so disconnected, you see? But there is few here and there, you see a white man, right, that has a little bit of the spirit of the black man, you know? It's those white boys that you see that wear gold chains and they have their ears pierced, right? And they have a little swag to them, right? This is the white man, the white boy that has tapped into his black spirit. He sees that the black man is the original virgin. He's like, damn, I want to be like them. You see? Because black people, we're naturally smooth. We got sauce. We got seasoning. We got style. We got swag. We call it swag. Swag is like a God particle, okay? Having swag, have style, you know? We like to dress like this, put our hat to the side, right? Wear a chain, you know, have gold, be decked out like we was back in the ancient Egyptian days, right? When we built the pyramids, we were decked out in gold. Everything is gold. Gold caskets, okay? Gold chains, gold cane, gold everything, you know? We were rich. And we are still rich by design. We're rich by design, okay? But what I'm saying is swag, smoothness, that's a God particle. That comes from having heavy melanin. You see? That's why you see white people, they lack rhythm when they dance. It's hard for them to dance because it's like it's hard for them to get with the circadian rhythm of nature and the earth because it's all about rhythm, okay? Black people are more in tune with the earth, so we have rhythm, okay? We can dance like this and have rhythm and have style very easily. It's effortless. A little kid can do it that's black very easily because it's a subconscious thing. It's in the DNA. It's in the DNA. What do you say? Yes, I'm Afro-Latino. My dad more of an Afro part, while my mom's still white Latina. She got straight black hair, but was born born in Puerto Rico and believes she's 100% perfect Puerto Rican, but she's aware that she got her genetics from white Hispanics. Exactly. So yeah, so she lacks melanin. So it's just gonna make her feel less of the all, right? But what I was speaking about is the rhythm and the swag, right? Swag is like a God particle. It comes from melanin. It's part of the circadian rhythm of nature, okay? That's why you see some Latinos, they can dance because they're closer to black people. They have rhythm. Like, they have salsa, they can salsa like crazy, right? They can spin around because they have a higher melanin content in their body, which means they're more in tune with nature, more in tune with their body and their soul. So they can be smooth with this rhythm and have like some kind of a swag. And you see those Hispanics that are Mexican, they want to be like black people too. See, whatever black people do, the whole world does. Whatever black people do, people think is very cool. They want to do it, right? We used to wear Air Force Ones, okay? Everybody want to wear Air Force Ones. Everybody want to wear Air Force Ones. You see Mexican niggas with Air Force Ones walking with it on their feet, and they got a chain on. You would damn near think he's a black nigga, bro. Because we brought that with hip-hop, you know, the African-American. And everybody wants to copy what we do. Why? Because we are the most attractive beings on the planet. What do I mean by that? Most attractive meaning what? Higher magnetism. When you have a higher magnetism, it means you have more electromagnetic energy in your being. That's what the sun is. The sun is electromagnetic energy, a magnet. So since we're charged up with all this magnetic energy, the whole world is more attracted to black people because we have the highest vibration on the planet. We are the most high version of God. I am a part of you, but I'm the highest version of you. You see? So this is why we attract, like, oh, I want to be like them. Some people, it's on a subconscious level in the DNA. They don't even realize it. Other races don't even realize it in their conscious mind. But their body realizes it. It wants to do what we do. See, white women, they want to inflate their lips, make it more big. They want to get their boobs done and get them bigger. See, because they're born with, a lot of them are born with flat chests, you know, and small titties, okay? Or a small ass and built like sticks. Why? Because they have recessive genes, okay? Because they're not in the original state. That's why I say white people are in a form of albinism. They are a form of albinism. Being albino means you lack melanin. You lack pigment, okay? And this damages, this is, what is the word? This affects your health. Because if you lack melanin, it's hard for you to literally stand in the sun. You literally get burnt and not be able to protect yourself. Albinos in Africa, I've seen them. They literally get burnt by the sun. They're hiding from the sun. They wear hats. They hide from the sun. And you see their body and their skin is all scaled up. You see? And that's why white people, when they get old, they get very saggy skin. And okay? Because their DNA is recessive. Okay? Very recessive. So just like an albino, when their skin gets burnt, okay? And their skin gets damaged very easily, white people do the same thing. If you go look up on the internet right now, what is an albino? They will tell you albino is being a human that lacks pigment. And they'll say also the albino usually has pink eyes. So they slipped it in there. They said usually has pink eyes. This is a trick because that's not true. A lot of albinos have blue eyes, okay? But they don't put that on Google. Why? They don't put it on Google because they don't want you to think that white people, the white race, are albinos when they actually are a form of albinism, okay? But truly, they have blue eyes. A lot of albino people have blue eyes and white skin. That is the regular, and blonde hair. That is the regular, that is the regular standard, the regular makeup of a white person, a European. Blonde hair, blue eyes, pale skin, okay? This is the literal definition of an albino. But they make it seem like they're not albino because they want to feel like they're normal. Which I understand that. I understand. If I was a white person If I lack pigment, if I was, I want to feel normal too. Okay, especially if I know y'all. There's black people out there that obviously are on a different level than me, and they might be better than me in some kind of way, or have a higher quality type of body, you know, or functioning in connection with God. I would be insecure too, man. So I understand it. But the thing is, for y'all have to just learn how to, you have to accept reality. Because this is real reality. This is the actual truth. So you have to learn to accept it. Reflection. You have to. So just know that you are still special because you are here for a purpose. You're here for a purpose. So, yeah. I love myself, man. Y'all have a good one, man.